Welcome back to Preaching Humanist with David Oliverio. That is I. I'm still here. I do my third episode in a row on March the 24th, 2020. The corona pandemic all around us, social distancing, washing your hands and so forth. Ben's over there in the other room, and I'm here alone in the studio. I'm going to do one more episode today. Boy, what a time to talk about morals, huh? I want to talk about moral cultivation. Smart guy by the name of Socrates once said, "Courage is the ability to conquer not others, but yourself. The courage to be kind, the courage to be wise, the courage to be just, the courage to cultivate yourself." So I want to entitle this message, Moral Cultivation. For those of you interested in this topic, because not everybody is, those of you interested in cultivating your moral garden, now is a great time for introspection. Introspection, the examination of one's own conscious thoughts and feelings. Now, there are some people I know that are not very interested in moral cultivation, becoming a better person. And that's okay, as long as they don't hurt anybody, right? I think of Epicurus, the Greek philosopher. They call it the Epicurean garden, the cultivation of goodness and so forth. And of course, all without belief in a God as secular humanists and atheists. This time, during this pandemic, where many of us are stuck at home, except for grocery stores and a few other places, this time of social distancing is a opportunity to grow and learn. Now, I want to make a statement here, and again, I want you to hear me out before you get upset at me. Religious people, let's talk right here in America, Christianity, okay? Religious people, Christians, have an alternative, advantage. That's what I get for not wearing my glasses. They have an advantage in this area. Now, I'm not saying they could be more moral than us. I'm not implying that we are less ethical and moral than them, because we do promote ethics and morals, and I discuss it quite a bit in secular humanism. But the advantage they have moral reinforcements and reminders. Now, when do they have these reinforcements and reminders? They have it every weekend. They have it in church. If they're Christian, they have it on Sundays. If they're Jewish, they have it on Saturdays. And if they're Muslims, they generally have it on Fridays. They have these gentle reminders and reinforcements of being kind. Here I go again. Here you go again, Dave, with this simple stuff. Give me something deep. Well, right now, the simple pleasures of life, the important things of life, like love, like I talked about in my last episode. Moral cultivation. And the reminders believers get every weekend are go out and be kind, be good, be helpful, be caring, compassionate. These are all human virtues. They, believers, and even the progressive liberal Christian friends of ours, who I've said many times are this close to being like us. They're just a speck away from being a total secular humanist or atheist. Some of them are so liberal. Many of them I've talked to and been in their churches in the past have got to the point and evolved to the point where they do not even believe that Jesus Christ was God's son. He was just pure human, but this guy up there, God, they believe in, just used this human being called Jesus as an example of morality and ethics to cultivate your moral garden. They get these reinforcements and reminders every weekend. Now, a progressive Christian pastor would tell his people, let's look at these parables of Jesus. Look how he treated the needy. Look how he treated the lost. Look how kind he was to those that were homeless, hungry, naked, sick, and so forth, right? We know these parables. Whether this guy Jesus existed or not, I don't know. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't really care. But let's say he did. Let's say he was an itinerant moral philosopher. And some of the stuff he said was good. Some of the stuff he said I didn't think was good. But they take these stories from the Bible and they remind their flock or the people to do these simple things. To go out and be kind to each other. Listen to each other. Help each other, right? Now, here's the difference. We, hang with me here, we as secular people, unbelievers, see, we don't have that. Now, I know a lot of you are probably saying, I don't need some old preaching humanist guy telling me or reminding me to be good and to have introspection, and cultivate my moral garden. I don't care about that, but if you do care about that, we don't really have what believers have because we're free thinkers. We don't need somebody telling us to go out and be good and kind. I already know that. Well, of course you do. I know you do, so do I. But sometimes we forget about the simple things. Sometimes we get caught up in our world, our busy world, our jobs, our families, stress, all the other paying bills, the old lifestyle, right, that most of us have to live in. We forget about these important things. We don't have the reminders every week and reinforcements. I think it's important to reinforce it once in a while. Not because you're stupid, not because you don't know what an ethical deed or moral deed is, just a simple reminder about the simple pleasures of life, the important things of life, of kindness, compassion, love, helping other people that are less fortunate. So let's take this time as unbelievers to develop and work in our moral garden. And those of you not interested in it, that's fine. That's fine. I run into them all the time. They don't care. That's okay. And I run into people that are believers and unbelievers that really don't care about becoming a better person. Socrates said, it's courage. I'm not going to try to change another person. But I want to learn to conquer myself. The courage to be kind, just, wise. The courage to be good. The courage to cultivate yourself. And it takes time. It takes introspection to develop these things and to mature. All right, folks, remember to continue to let the light of secular humanism shine. We can get this through this thing called the coronavirus pandemic if we listen to the experts and we do what we're instructed to do and encouraged to do. And let's keep doing this. Let's fight this thing together. Remember, let's work together as human beings. We're all in this together. Let's show ethical responsibility and moral responsibility to others. And as unbelievers, we can let and educate believers that no need for a God or God belief is needed to live a life of love, joy, happiness, ethics, morals, compassion, caring, and sharing for other people. It can be a wonderful life. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.
What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
No, you're done.